Okay, childrens, it's morning time, Friday. We just had breakfast, got dressed. Bailey, I'm noticing you, I know we're camping, we only have like 5 clothes, but I see that Cape Cod shirt a lot.
Well, today it was on the bottom of my clothes stack, but I said today I feel like wearing Cape Cod shirt today.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it, like, man, I see that shirt a lot, but we only have about 5 or 6 clothes to wear. We just rotate them. So we slept here last night at the entrance of Train Mountain. You can see the cabooses in the background. We're waiting for them to open in a little bit. You got this big, I don't know what kind of car.
Gas car?
Open, open, open.
That's gonna be the conductor.
There's our, hopefully our conductor. He's got the little small gauge trains out. You can see all these tracks. All these tracks go to these storage containers for people like me one day that will have my own train maybe, and you store it here. And you can see this rock hopper. They dump rocks in here into these little train cars. They fill them up and they drive along and they fill the ballast along the tracks. Pretty cool. Oh, here he comes. Everybody wave to him. He's got his little doggy. How cool is that? So here's the little crossing. You can see little train cars over there. Here's the little train tracks. There goes that guy with his dog. Okay, here's one for sale, $5,700. What do you think? Bailey should buy one?
I don't think I have anywhere close to the amount of money.
Yeah, that's good.
You might have like just.
And look at this other little guy over here. That orange one. This is kind of cool. It's like a parking workshop area, outdoor. You see all the tracks. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to talk to them and see what they do with these. But these cars are actual propane tanks. You can see all the valves and stuff in there. So each of these cars is a propane tank, and they got these hopper cars with shovels and weed sprayers for maintenance. So that's pretty cool. And then they have the big propane tank up here they fill them with. I wonder what they use it for. We'll have to find out later. And then check out this cool contraption. Okay, so I figured this thing out. They back up some sort of a car with coal or sand or gravel or whatever, and then it goes up in here, and then it dumps and fills up this hopper, this whole big hopper area right here. And you see the angle, some of it goes this side and some of it goes that side. Then they have these chutes right here, 1, 2, 3. These arms come down and they fill up other train cars on the lower part of it. So that's pretty cool. So here's another one. You can see inside, there's like a little lawnmower engine on this one. The first one we saw this morning was electric because it was really quiet. This one is a little 2-cylinder gas. Look at the trucks. A couple seats, some maintenance, some cars for supplies. They got all kinds of stuff here. We're at the back of the storage shed where they store a lot of them. But look at all this track. And then they have, these are cars, flat cars, full of the railroad ties. Those are the pieces of wood, but these look like plastic that go under the track, all these things. Got stacks of them. So we're up closer to all these flat cars with the tracks on them. I thought they were just the railroad ties, the pieces of wood, but they actually have track on them already screwed in. Already screwed down. As it is currently, she said they already have 37 miles of track here on this property. And it looks, from the looks of this, they're ready to keep expanding.
Stop. What we have here is a turntable. What this is for is when we have events, people will bring their trains, put them on the track, then they can bring them over here and they can park them in all these spaces all the way around here. The real railroads used to use these, and they have a big house that covered everything where they could do maintenance and repair the engines that come in here to do work. So that's our first stop.
Crossing the street here. Taking it serious. He's picking which route we're taking. Tracks are switching. That's cool. He picks which route, and then they got all the little automatic switches do their thing. Cooper, we got a bridge. Animals. Oh my goodness, look at this. Animals. We have some giraffes.
The sun feels good on my back.
Under the bridge. Got quite a bit of legroom for Dad.
Okay, this is our second stop. This is there's a club. The original club was Klamath and Western, or the Over the Hill gang. They started this right here, and then another gentleman bought that property, and then that gentleman wound up acquiring. So this is one big park. Right now, with the COVID issue, they're not giving rides on this portion. This is for the general public. Maybe next year they'll open it up again for the public on Saturdays. And we have a snack bar, bathrooms, a little gift shop. That's for the Klamath and Western. Crane Mountain, this is the track shop. This is where they build all the track. Right now we're in the process of replacing the wooden ties, that's the things that hold the rail together, with plastic. So we're replacing them throughout the train park with steel rails on top of plastic. And this is where it's all done. They're in 10-foot panels. They make up the 10-foot sections of track, load them on the flat cars, and they take them to where they need them. I'll be stopping and showing you where they stockpile all the track that they've built. This is quite an operation we have going on here.
So the new ones are steel? Because this looks aluminum, or is that?
This is aluminum.
Okay.
This is part of the KW.
The original.
Yeah. We're replacing as much mainline track with steel and the plastic ties. The wooden ties, some of them have been in the ground for 20, 30 years. So the screws start working loose, the wood doesn't hold the screws, so we're replacing them with this composite material, almost like Trex.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So what's the reasoning for the steel versus aluminum? Because aluminum doesn't really rust, but...
No, but our wheels are steel.
Yeah.
So steel against aluminum, the aluminum will start wearing out first. So that's why we're
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Any other questions?
No, thank you.
All right.
Guys, look at the man over here to the right. In between the trees. Oh, we're coming up to a crossing. Here comes the horn. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he has this cutest little horn. Definitely not a train horn. Oh, Dad better duck. Oh, he's even got a little light on the train. That's awesome. That's where we just were down there.
We're going 3 miles an hour.
Remember that one of the stops I told this is where we make all the track panels? This is our supply of track panels. In a couple weeks we have a event called the Big Build. We have plans to replace a whole section of track in the lower part of Crane Mountain. And we'll be using a lot of these to replace the wood on aluminum with the plastic. So we build them down there by K&W at the track shop and stored here till we need them.
Now, the actual track pieces,
Yes,
who makes these, or do you buy it just like a extruded piece, or?
No, the plastic sticks are about 10 feet long. We cut them into, I believe it's 18 inches that we use.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, I can't remember the exact number. And then we have jigs and, tables.
Yeah, to space them all out.
Everything's spaced, properly. And then we have the rail comes in 20-foot lengths, and that gets cut down to 10 feet. Each panel is 10 foot long.
Yeah.
And they're offset because you don't want two pieces of track together.
Yeah.
You have to have them offset.
Staggered a
otherwise
little
you
bit.
get a kink in them. That
So-
helps get rid of the kinks.
So there's the actual rail. There's a company that builds it in different scales and stuff, and
The rail comes from I believe Sweden.
oh wow,
And
all the
it
way
gets
from
shipped
Sweden.
over here.
Wow.
The plastic ties get made in Canada and they get shipped down from
And what scale is this you guys run?
there. It's 1.5" scale or 1/8 or 1.5, 1.6. So a standard 50-foot box car would only wind up being about 5 feet in our scale.
Yeah.
So it's 1.5" scale.
Very cool.
Okay. Okay, this will be our last stop. We're stopping here to explain the back shop. This big building, we can pull our trains right into that first door. There's 3 tracks that go the whole length of the building. You walk in, you walk down some stairs, so the trains are right here. So you can work on them. We have milling machines, lathes, welders, all kinds of tools to borrow and use, so long as you use them and put them back where they're supposed to be. This over here, these are containers, and like that gentleman there, he stores his trains in his container. Each container has 2 or 3 tracks that go into it. You put your trains in there, and when you're ready to run, you pull them out and go for your train ride. Another building another same building, the middle is storage bay. The Train Mountain keeps a lot of their trains in there, like this one here. It gets stored there. There's several other that belong to Train Mountain. That first one up there, that's all private individually, and it's some of the original Train Mountain equipment that they don't let the public use or even members use. Only certain people are allowed to use it.
You can see the wood ties, and then it goes to the plastic ties with aluminum rail back to wood. The aluminum makes sense because it doesn't rust, but he was saying earlier that it doesn't jive well with the steel wheels on the trains. So they gone back to steel track, steel rail, which looks more accurate anyways. It gives a good rust color.
Okay, folks, that's it. Hope
Thank
you enjoyed your time here.
Yeah, thank you. What'd you guys think?
It was
We're
fun.
all volunteers. We like
Yeah.
to work on donations. There's a little, if you choose.
Yeah,
you
I shot her a 20 earlier.
Oh, okay.
We'll check it out.
Trains go that was in
No, this is the workshop. This is where he was saying that way instead of bending over, it's at your like waist level.
Oh, so like half your body's underground.
Oh wait, okay. Come on guys. Come on down guys. Wow. Thank you so much. So look at that. Yeah, it's perfect height for working on it. You're right.
There's a gentleman, well, he's a kid. He's 20, I think, 19 or 20. He built this thing. He's working on his electric engine right now.
Okay.
I think he said he's trying to do air brakes
Oh wow.
with a remote control.
Wow. Oh yeah, you guys got quite the workshop.
A lathe here, a milling machine, some other small pieces of equipment, drill presses, band saws, welders.
Wow.
Oxyacetylene and wire, and then we have a hoist. This middle table can be moved back and forth.
Oh yeah, I see. See that guys? It's on wheels.
Yeah, some wheels we can slide it back and forth. If you have something here you want to put on that track,
Yeah.
put it here, slide it over.
Wow.
Down there we have a scale. You can weigh your car to see how much.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. A little digital readout.
A certain weight to stay on the track.
Oh yeah, little
That-
Honda.
That is the 2.5 inch scale version. That's like a narrow gauge. It represents a narrow gauge engine.
There's a counterweights on there.
Mhm. Yeah, the spinning. Wow, look at how beautiful these are.
And somebody else is working on this one, trying to get it all put together.
Wow.
So we have all kinds of, we have nuts and bolts and stuff that's available to
Yeah.
us. We have a donation jar up there.
Super.
If somebody uses a bunch of stuff, they put in a couple dollars or
Yeah.
maybe $100 or something. But yeah, it's quite a great place.
Yeah, it is. How much can these cars pull? Like on yours, how many people can you have?
The most I've had on my little gas train, it's a Southern Pacific SC35 model. I had 13 cars, box cars and stuff, and then I had my wife and another couple on the back cars. So it'd be 13, 20, about 16 cars. And
Wow.
I slowed down a little bit coming up that area called Colton. But other than that, it was pulling fine.
Yeah, that's cool. Man. Yeah, I'd imagine a lot of custom stuff, huh? That's why you need all the machines. Oh, wow. Wow. What do you guys think?
This is another electric engine. That's an electric engine. That one's got a little gasoline.
Oh, yeah,
motor
you
in it.
can see the motor in there a little bit.
I
Dad,
believe that one's got a gas motor in it too.
Yeah.
we have that train on our train set.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's not the snow. Doesn't have that snow.
Doesn't have a snow plow on it.
Oh, yeah, it's got a little plow on it. Yeah, we had just, ours is a little HO.
Yeah. So, is it a BNSF?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have quite a few just random ones, but the nicest one I have that was like $80 was like this
Oh,
one.
okay.
The rest of them are like just the cheap, like the Bachmann, the $20, $30 ones.
Yeah, well, back here we have the snow plow. We have three different snow plow type things.
Oh, wow. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Look at these cool coal cars and box cars.
This first one, someone took the walk behind snow blower that you clean off your sidewalk and driveway with and put it on a flat car. We've used that.
That's awesome.
And this is what a representative of a Jordan spreader that the railroads use.
Yeah, the spreaders.
These come out and they push the snow further away from the track. And I've never seen this one operate, but we had it running last year just in case it snowed. And it's a rotary. It'll
Yeah.
actually blow the snow
Pretty far. Yeah, I see it's all hydraulic. Yeah. Dang.
We have weed sprayer cars and
Yeah, we noticed, speaking of the weed sprayer cars, we noticed over there was some propane cars
yeah.
that looked like actual propane tanks.
Those are for what this you were talking about, the steam engines. We quit using wood and coal and oil
Oh,
for the steam.
boil? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's too much of a fire danger. So we use propane, and some people show up with their engines that don't have a propane tank, and they can rent those
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
hook them up to their train, and they have the propane that makes the fire, that boils the water, that makes it go chug, chug, chug.
I see. Yeah, and then the next to those were little flat cars or something with backpack sprayers. Is that just for?
That's during the summertime when we go out past the central station there, we're required to have a fire suppression kit with us,
Oh.
which is a backpack, shovels.
Oh, okay.
uh,
I did notice the shovels. Okay, so I thought that was for weeds, but that's for firefighting.
Yeah, that's for firefighting.
Wow, that's cool.
Mhm.
Man, thank you so much for showing us all this.
The three tracks over there, that's for the Panama and Western railroads.
So there's the weed sprayer.
Sure, they haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, wow, look how many cars it is, guys. So 3 people per car. Man. Yeah, they're quite powerful, huh?
Yeah, we'll pull as much as 16 people with, 3 seats, 6 cars, no, 18. 3 times 6 is 18.
Wow.
Map here
Just got the track
is this
repaired
portion
about a month
right
ago,
here.
and the police
Oh
scored
my
and walked
gosh.
down another 1,000 feet.
This is underneath the highway and it
We
goes up
begin again.
about 4 miles up and back. That's 37 miles of track
No,
altogether,
these are
25
private
miles
roads
of
for our
mainline
members.
track.
We have restrooms for
And
the
we
people
only
on the
went
opposite side of the building,
from that
so you
central
need to make
station
like 2 left turns.
and around. There's the track shop. Came down, went past the campground, came up, went through the tunnel.
Oh, yeah, there's a tunnel.
Yeah, there's the tunnel right there, and then around Wedding Cake, and then stopped here, and then we back to Central Station.
And that was about 2 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
That looks a lot longer.
Wow, and you guys see what he said? So this whole map here is just this little 3 or 4 inches right here.
so, yeah, we have a whole south section down here, and all the way up there.
So how much, so is this basically the shape of the property, or they own this whole?
2,200 acres.
Wow,
Train Mountain owns.
wow, wow. Yeah, I can see there's quite a bit of hills and stuff here.
Oh yeah, there's a big butte, it's called Steiger Butte. We had microwave towers, cell towers and stuff up here. That's part of Train Mountain that we generate income from that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Very cool. Well, thank you for showing us that.
I wanted them backwards, so that's why no stop on that side. Yeah, well, I just wanted to center them. It's easier when you do that. These locomotives are all hand built. Somebody, Mike's is saying, he built 20 of them one time. Yep.
You got a little.
You going down below?
Yeah, let's go to the bottom.
I got this more fluid. Yeah, as far as we can go.
Doesn't quite fit.
You can feel free to walk in there. Just watch. Yeah.
I think there's a.
What do you guys got going on in here?
We're trying to work the snowblower.
Okay,
There's things
hey.
at my feet.
You can try, but don't try and break them. You can play. So we are inside of, I'll post a picture in a minute, but it's a giant snowblower. I see 4 electric motors. There's 1 here, 2 there, 3 here, 4 there. You can see the 600 volt bus work. Some of the wires come to this one, some of the wires go to that one, same thing. So I'm seeing 4 all connected. So these 2 are in series and those 2 are in series, and they must go up there to some sort of a transfer case to connect those 2 drive shafts. So we got 4 600 volt motors. I wonder how many horsepower it is though. It's a lot either way. The guards are coming down for a serious thing. Wave hi.
Dad, those are those 2 black trains.
Yeah, you're right. We saw those earlier, huh?
Dad, those things actually go down.
See, they work. They stopped a car. That minivan would have run them right off the tracks.
Going up the red.
Yep, Dad's suspicions were correct. So you can see here, these 2 motors are coupled. These 2 motors are coupled for 4 motors coming into here to some sort of a transmission of some sort. And then it drove the rotary plow. They also had in there, I didn't take a picture of it, but a steam contraption to boil water. You see the water tank? They would create steam, and they have lines running across the top to melt the snow that would pile up on this thing. They'd spray hot, boiling hot steam water to melt the snow. Look at this thing. So this big black snowblower beast just has the electric motors, but it didn't have anything to power it. So what it did was, because these snowblowers and snow plows and stuff were pushed by an engine behind them. And this particular one, you see all these cables laying on the ground, because as we learned in other videos, modern electric diesel engine trains have the big diesel motors that turn generators to make the 600 volts to power the engine, but they use these giant extension cords to kind of tap into the electricity. So there'd be, right where the kids are standing would be a big train engine, and these extension cords hooked up to that train engine, so the generator on the train would send electricity to this to power those 4 electric motors, because this in itself doesn't have any way to generate electricity. Okay, we're back at these little guys. They are in fact mobile propane tanks, and we spoke with the good gentleman earlier, we learned what these are for. Cooper, what are these things for?
They're for steam engines.
The
so
old
they
school
don't-
steam engines, like the train,
Yeah,
the
that-
old trains.
Because they don't use coal anymore.
That's right.
So they use it propane, so because it's less chance of a fire.
That's right, exactly right. Good job, Coop. So the man was saying when the other members have their steam trains out here, in this area where it's a high fire danger, the club does not let them use wood or coal to burn to power their steam engines. So they use these propane cars. So the fire made to boil the water for the steam engines is propane powered, or propane, flame. Very good, Coop. Those nice gentlemen we were talking to earlier have all their trains hooked up. There's 2 trains in parallel here, next to each other. You see one's powered by this little orange scooter deal, and the one's powered by the engine behind. There they go, loading these engines on. There it goes. All right. He's waiting for the tracks to switch. There, you got the green light. That's a cool one.
How much is carry going?
Just having lunch here.
That's the one that the chain from. It did. He said it sounded like. Put that on the There's the one that only carried one person. That's the yeah.
Okay, what do you guys think? We made it back.
It's a lot bluer.
It's a lot bluer, huh?
Yeah. This is like Bailey's jacket.
What a difference a day makes. I should have recorded earlier. It was a lot clearer. It's actually getting a little smoky again. Look at how low the lake is.
Yeah, it looks like a river.
Lady that runs this by herself pretty much. She does have a helper for the once in a while.
Oh, look at that. Look, it's flowing good right now. The little irrigation ditch.
That means they're running it down right now. She's getting her water. Here's the goats. They kind cows aren't gonna be by the fence. The goats are just gonna look at you.
And then there's a little
There's the
rooster
goats.
over there.
Hi, goats.
See the little rooster? There's a rooster over there. Do your best.
No, the people that pump the water out of here, they have to pay for it.
What? You can't do that?
Okay?
You can do it way better
All
than
wet in here right now.
All right.
That's part of the why this water is running is to irrigate this land.
Okay,
Come on. Cooper.
we're doing a. Okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Those goats, look at them. They're like, what the hell is going on? Look, you pissed off the cow over there.
Look at they're like, who is that making that
Woke up the cow. I thought a cow could be a goat.
What are you guys doing?
Eating poisonous berries.
I love it. Eat more. They're good, huh?
Berries.
Can I have one, please? Thank you so much. What a nice dessert.
Here, let you guys eat some. Oh, no.
I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good. Holy cow. Thank you.
They're good and sweet.
Yeah.
Right? See where the
So we're at
lake
the
is?
irrigation
And
canal,
it
and
has kind of like a little cone shape on the bottom.
Yeah.
And a cone shape on the top part.
there's a beaver in here. I
That
wonder
way
where he
they take
lives. He must live up in here somewhere.
He lives over there.
Yeah.
Looks like a
So the beaver fell this tree.
Well, we don't know.
How
if
cool is that?
We don't know if that's from the foxes, the skunks.
I've never seen an actual beaver chewed tree before.
We're thinking it's probably from the foxes around here. It could be. We do have a couple. We have. We got it.
Got this little irrigation canal behind their house.
You have bears?
Not in this area.
Know how to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna can you eat.
Little baby cow. I was hoping you can't really see his horns too well in the video. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can see him now. He's got little guy horns.
So I thought that one was born in the fall.
Nope, don't like that sound. No, we're not in.
All right, kiddos. So it's the end of Friday. Bailey's got the heebie-jeebies, and so this morning was the day we woke up at the train place. We drove late last night, and I just drove straight to the train place. And thankfully, in their entrance, they had a big enough spot where I could just park, and I felt safe there. And because I wasn't sure where I was going to park, I checked the train place out, and if I couldn't park there, I was going to figure out somewhere else to park. So thankfully, we parked there last night. Slept in a little this morning because the train park didn't open until 9 today. So we were able to sleep in a little bit, had some breakfast, and then we went to the train place. And the train place was pretty awesome, wasn't it? You guys have fun at the train place?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only bummer was, what did she tell us about the track?
It got washed away from floods because the fire burnt away all the brush.
The brush.
So there was only 2 miles.
Yeah. So 2 years ago, a fire came through and burnt a bunch of the facilities. So then last year they fixed it all, and then after they fixed it, because of the fires, it had flooded and then messed everything up again. So a lot of the track was down. So the main central area was down, but so we went on a 2 mile, half an hour little train ride, which was awesome. And we saw some pretty cool trains today, huh? We talked to that man and his dad. They were unloading their trains. So we chit-chatted with them for a while, and they showed us their cargo container with all their trains inside of it. So that was pretty neat. What else, guys? What else did we do at the train place?
We looked inside of all the different big trains.
That's right. They had full-size trains there. What was your favorite thing about the train place? The big size, little size, whatever.
I think it was that giant snowblower.
The rotary snowplow or a snowblower, huh?
The giant.
That thing looked like a soul crusher. It looked like something out of a zombie movie. What about you, Coop?
Mine was those little trains that you sit on
Yeah.
and you ride around the park.
Yeah. So just the trains in general, huh? The little ones, yeah.
And they have like little models of stuff, like a little forest. They have like a little forest with
That's right.
plastic trees and stuff.
They had little houses, and they had the Tonka trucks. You saw the Tonka trucks? Yeah, they had little cities built. What about you, bud?
My favorite part was that skinny yellow one with the snow plow, and it was
Oh, the wooden-
like, yeah, the
Oh, the
wooden
full size
one.
train, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah, yeah.
yellow and it was like real tiny.
Yeah, it was skinny inside, huh? Because we went inside of all those trains, which was pretty cool. And it was very narrow because on the sides of it, they needed to make room for the big spreaders, is what it was. I'd say my favorite was just seeing all the tiny trains. It was neat going in that. Remember we talked to the gentleman? And he let us into the warehouse where they keep the trains and they work on the trains. That was my favorite part, was seeing all the behind the scenes stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then after the train place, we had lunch. And then we hit the road to where, Cooper? After the train place?
To Jeff and Kathy.
No, before that, we're here now, but we went to Crater Lake again.
Yeah, Crater Lake because it was not foggy like last time.
Last night was foggy. No, it was cloudy, windy, and smoky, and it was dark. So, but today was absolutely beautiful. The people even said, "What did they say about the weather?"
It was 2 weeks since it has been a sunny day.
That's right. It's always been smoky because the fire's up here. So, it was so beautiful, and it was to go to Jeff and Kathy's house. It was only like a half an hour detour to go back to Crater Lake. So, instead of going from point A to B, we went point A up to Crater Lake and then down. So it was only a half hour detour. So Dad said, you know what, guys? It's sunny out. It's beautiful today. We are going to go to Crater Lake to see how blue it is. And Bailey, was it blue?
Yes.
Jameson, was it blue?
Yep.
It was beautiful blue, huh, Cooper?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. So we learned a little bit about Crater. So we just stopped. We were there for like maybe 20 minutes just to take in the blue. And then we hit the road again because we already read everything and saw everything last night when we were there. But it was definitely busier today than last night at 8 o'clock. More cars around. And
Plus,
line.
it's a sunny day.
Yeah, it was a sunny day, so everyone headed out.
Yeah.
So we did that. And then Cooper, we went to Jeff and Kathy's house. Yeah. He's thinking, wait, I don't know. So we got to Jeff and Kathy's house, and then we parked the motorhome in the back. And then what did we do earlier today at Jeff and Kathy's house? We went on that walk around.
Oh yeah, we went to a walk
Yeah,
on
a little louder.
on like the side of like a little river,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
So it's a
where the
canal. It's like an
blackberries
irrigation
were.
canal. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was like a tree that a beaver chewed, and you could see the little
Yeah.
thing.
That was neat. I've never seen that in person because I live in the city. And then what else was along that trail, Cooper? What'd you guys eat?
Blackberries.
Blackberry, delicious blackberries, huh?
Yeah, but you'd have to spit out the seeds because they have seeds you can't eat.
It's kind of hard. I swallowed it all too.
Some of them float in water.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Especially acorns, they float all the way down the water
Okay.
if it's moving.
Yeah. So we went on a nice little little walk earlier, and we saw the neighbors' cows, and you guys. Was it the goats you guys were making noises at, or what was it?
Cows. The
Cows, yeah.
We
And
were
then
going moo and
the
crowing
yeah, they were
like
looking
a
at you guys like
rooster.
you were psychos, and so that's cool. So yeah, we hung out with them, had dinner, and just had a relaxing evening. I don't know, I didn't film too much because sometimes, like I said in other videos, sometimes people were kind of like, "Why the hell are you filming everything, you weirdo?" So we didn't film too much, but we had a good night with them, and then now it's bedtime. So anything else you guys want to add about today? We did the train place. We talked about our favorite trains. We went to Crater Lake again, which was absolutely beautiful. And, oh, you know what's funny about Crater Lake? I forgot. Hopefully by now I put that picture in. I took some panoramic pictures and I let the kids move around during the pictures. And my kids look very special.
We look normal now.
Yes, you're normal now, but on the
But we looked a lot weirder.
yeah. So I had them purposely move during the panoramic picture when it was stitching all the images together, and I'd say Bailey wins on the craziest image. So that was cool.
One of them I got 3 faces.
Yeah, that's true. Your head was moving around. So all the little things in life that are kind of funny. So all right, kids. Well, it's been a good day, and now it's going to be a good night. We'll sleep in tomorrow, and everything will be great.
Yep.
So all right, good night, everybody.
Bye.